Hi there and welcome to another Flying Scotsman racing video. This week sees us on the LFM servers in the Mazdas at Okayama GP. Not a circuit I've driven, but you know, it's always fun to try a new one. Unfortunately, I didn't get much time, so not a huge amount of practice, so I'm probably a bit slow. Anyway, my ELO has been going down recently, so I find myself in split 3. But my SR is dropping as well. And my SR, I like having SR. I liked having SR. I think LFM has a problem with SR. It's not a metric that they actually really consider. There's no penalties for having shit SR. And that's why all the door banging, all the dive bombing is happening. People don't like reporting because it takes too much time. It gets chucked out. They don't want to do it. But please report, because people need to be taught a lesson, because people need to get their SR up. Maybe if LFM had consequences for having a low SR, SR might come back up. I did hear a suggestion very recently, one of the crusty old racers, they're quite good at ranting, it's probably because they're quite old, but there was a suggestion that if your SR is too low, LFM gives you a set period of time, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, I don't know, to increase it to a respectable level. This could be implemented, it might be difficult, but it could be implemented, and that might improve the racing we're getting, because quite frankly, some of the classes are really going downhill. So, guys, try and race a bit more cleanly, try and race a bit better, try thinking about it, try taking your time, please. In saying that, we're at Okayama, enjoy the race. If you like the race, feel free to drop a like, feel free to make a comment, and I'd love you to subscribe, that'd be very kind indeed. Thanks again for watching one of my videos.
And we're off. I just about made it off the line there without bogging down. What can we do coming into the first corner? I'm going to stick to the inside here because I think it could be tricky on the outside. I'm not going to get such a good run because I can't take it quite as quickly, but anyway, let's see what happens as we stay on the inside. I've got Jaden just behind me and a couple of guys just in front of me. Seem to make it through that first section okay. As we come down here now, have I got a chance at overtaking Adrian here? Not quite. I'm just and I've got Jaden. He's crawling all over the back of me. I have to give him just enough room there on my left, but still trying to dissuade him from coming through. We brake quite late coming in here. There's a slight bump in front. Sorry about that, my man. Oh dear. I do apologise for that. Nothing I can do there. I'm sandwiched in between the 55s. There's two 55s in front of me. There's one alongside of me. That's a whole lot of 55s. As we come down into this tricky little hairpin for the first time, having to brake quite late here and try and take this one in second gear. This is quite a difficult corner, and it's going to be a bit of overtaking here, I think, and possibly some door banging as well. Hopefully we can get a bit less of the door banging, some more of the overtaking. There's Matthias just on my right hand side. I'm trying to give everybody a bit of room here. It's quite tricky through here, and there's the 55s having a bit of a play amongst themselves there. I'm not sure I can make it through all of them. With a possible chance of overtaking Kodzakov here. Is he going to give me enough? Don't think I've quite got enough to overtake him there. Back down into second gear, trying to come around this corner. It's a tricky corner. Oversteer always nasty proposition on this corner. And coming through here, through Hobbs. I've got man on my outside on my left. I've just managed to get past him while still giving him enough room to play. I've got Matthias on my right hand side. Hopefully I can just manage to stay in front of him. And down into third gear for the first time round last corner, and made it through that. So we'll just jump on a little bit onto lap 3 now as we come through the Moss S's down into Hobbs again. And again, this is another good overtaking point, but I'm not managing to do anything there whatsoever. And then somebody got, oh no, what are you doing reversing on the track, mate? Honestly, really? And this is what I meant earlier when I said that people don't really give a shit about their SR. I mean, you do not reverse on the track. Seriously, either hold your brakes, come back on, or wait till people go past and then come back on. But seriously, don't reverse back on the track. Anyway, coming down the hairpin here, I've got Bird breathing down my neck, and I've lost a couple of places there. So got Matthias still just in front, and well, it's a dreadful. Could I take that any more badly? Probably, but not much. Anyway, there we go. Pop myself back down into 13th because I'm not very good at driving around corners. So let's try and get back in touch with these guys, shall we? Because that was really, really foolish. Okay, I've got Bird in front of me, Matthias in front of him. I've got Kodzakov. He's only a couple of seconds behind. He's been breathing down my neck pretty short if I keep making daft mistakes like that. And again, seriously, stay on the track. What are you doing? So down in 13th place, that's just managed to get past Bird. Thankfully, somebody else is driving as badly as me. So just knocking it on to the end of lap 4 here, start of lap 5. And as we come through last corner, before heading into the cunningly named first corner, obviously ran out of names for these corners, I've managed to get to grips with the track a little bit better, despite minimal practice time, and managed to get it down to a 147.7, so that's not too bad. Once again into first corner, down into third gear, trying not to drift out too wide, and up into fourth gear before having to take a slight lift as we come into Williams here. A bit of a tricky corner that one, I have made a mess of that on a few occasions, so anyway. Moving on now to lap 7. We are now right behind Matthias. I managed to catch up a little bit eventually. I'm just quarter of a second behind him now. I've got a little bit of a gap to Kozikov behind me, of a 5-second gap, so that's quite pleasing. If I can just stay in touch with Matthias and Hernandez in front, there's a slim chance I could get past them. We'll see what happens there. There's a couple of guys just in front, so it's all getting a bit tighter now, which is quite good now that I've managed to catch up again. As we come through the Moss S's, I'm right down on the inside of Matthias, and there's been a little nudge just ahead. That's Satrana and Hernandez, and that brings me right back into contention. That's all 4 of us really gripping together well now. If we can just keep it clean, we can get through here and maybe consolidate a 10th place, which would be good. I've kind of blocked myself in there, and Matthias is making a move up the inside, so he's probably going to, I'm going to try and outbrake him and take it around the outside, because this is a nasty little one. There's a little bit of contact between the 2 guys in front of me, and just about running into the back of Matthias. Just managed to not quite run into the back of him. And there's a bit of a slide from myself and from Satrana in front. And another slide on, what are you doing? Just managed to hold it. Anyway, that's not very good, so let's move it on just a little bit now. We're on to lap 8 now. There's still the 4 of us locked in battle here. It's still pretty clean, there's not been much contact, which is good, despite what I said earlier. And as we come down into hairpin again, once more, that low second gear corner, this is always tricky. Very late braking point, taking a late apex in this one. And yeah, there's managed to squeeze up the inside, not quite, and there's been just a bit of a shuffling there. There's Martin just in front of me. Matthias has managed to get through, but Matthias finds himself on the outside. There's a little nudge there, Martin makes it through, and Matthias just behind me there. And as I kind of take that corner quite badly, that wasn't very good, but I could look in my rearview mirror and that was Matthias having a bit of a worse moment than me, which is good to see for once. Dropping down at second, you have to be careful, a bit of engine damage there. That didn't look very good, got a bit red on the engine. As we come through this second gear corner of Hobbs, coming up into last corner now, right behind 11th place, in 10th place, and I've got 9th place and 8th place just in front of me. That sounded a bit confused, didn't it? Anyway, 11th behind, I'm in 10th, 9th, 8th, and then there's people way up in front. I'm not getting anywhere near them for the time being, even if at all. We're down to just 5 minutes left, and there's some argy-bargy going on ahead. It's definitely getting tough at the top. When I say top, I mean mid-table obscurity, obviously. And with those kind of shenanigans, that's given Kozikov a bit of a chance to catch us again. He's just 3 seconds behind now. Matthias just a second behind me. Satriana in front by quarter of a second. I mean, it's just a few meters. And then Martin's not much ahead of him either as we come down Moss S's once more. Getting ready for the braking point for Atwood, and this is a tricky corner, this one, because it just... and there's Satriana going a bit wide. Can I cut back inside? But then with that, I had to brake quite sharply. Matthias has caught right back up to me. He's now going to make a move on the inside, the outside. Which side is he going to go? This is a bit of a nightmare, really. I'm going to have to stick to the inside here because he's now got my outside. I'm going to have to just see if I can brake a little bit later than him. Maybe get him on the brakes here. I'm not quite sure what's going to happen. There's the braking point. As we all brake down, I have to give him a bit of room. Just going a little bit slow because I'm having to give him so much room there. That was quite awkward. He's now well on the inside for this corner. Just cutting his nose off a little bit. I hope I didn't do that too badly. If I did, I do apologise, sir, but that's the way of racing. We didn't touch, all is good. And there's Satriani in front, having a bit of a moment. That's going to give me an opportunity maybe to get into him on this corner, on Redmond. And oh no, as I'm doing my stupidity things again. And there's Satriani on my right hand side. He's just made it through. And what's he doing? He's stopping. He's brake checking me. What's he doing? Why is he going quite so slowly? He's doing it again. I mean, I've hit him 2 or 3 times. There's nothing I could do. I mean, I've been battered from the back by Matthias. And actually, bizarrely, it looks like Satriani has disconnected. That's a bit of a disaster for him, but it kind of explains what happened in that corner. As with just 3 minutes left, 3.5 minutes left, we come once again through last corner, heading down into first corner, and that's randomly popped me up in 9th place, which is quite good. Coming down into first corner for, well, maybe second or third last time on lap 10. I think there's usually 12 laps in this race. So yeah, just a couple laps to go. And oh, what am I doing? I'm just throwing it away. I was in 9th place, working my way backwards valiantly to 10th place. If I tried really hard, I could probably find myself down 11th or 12th. No, that doesn't happen pretty much every race. So, moving on to just the end of lap 10 as we move into the start of lap 11. That lap was pretty disastrous as well. You can see by my delta, it's 1.2 seconds down on my best time. Coming through first corner once again, there's Kudzakov not taking that corner brilliant. Isn't that going to give me a little bit of a chance to get past him, sneak past him on the inside on Williams? Hopefully I don't make an absolute Horlicks of it like I did last time. I'm giving him enough room on the outside. Is he going to do the same to me as we both come to the pinch points together? And he's just going to be ahead of me. Can I get him on this corner? Try going round the outside. This corner's got so many lines on Atwood. It's just it's an odd corner. I'm going to maybe try and switch back on him here, but no, he's sticking to the inside. I thought he was going to drift wide there, but he is just sticking to the inside. As we both go down the drag race here, down to the hairpin. There's nothing in it at all. He's got the inside line, pretty advantageous there, but if I can stay on the outside, that is going to give me the inside line on the next corner. And he's braked really quite early, and that's giving me the chance if I can just get it down in time and not make an absolute mess of it like I have done on a few occasions. Up in at third as we come around Revolver. Now, smoking gun on that one, certainly pretty much every time, isn't it? And through Piper. And not making a Horlicks of it. That's good to see. Well done, well done. Condescending even to myself. There we go. And as we come through Redmond for the penultimate time, I just managed to hold on to that. Not doing anything really stupid there, which is always good to see. Well done. And that's such a slow corner, Hobbs. It's really hard. I've just never quite got that one quite right. 1.3 seconds down on my delta. That's pretty slow. But I'm still managing to stay just ahead of Kudzakov as we come through last corner. Not drifting too wide, and Kudzakov takes it too wide, and he's gone out there horribly. That gives me a bit of breathing space. We're just going to move it on a little bit as we come now through lap 12. As we come through Piper, I am just a few seconds behind Matthias, just over 2 seconds. There's a yellow flag. That's a bit unusual. What's going on here? And what am I doing? Oh dear, oh dear. And there's everybody backed up. There must have been a bit of a disaster on that corner. Oh, that wasn't very good for everybody. Had I not made such a mess of those two corners, because that's just a shocker through Hobbs as well. Oh dear. Had I not made an absolute Horlicks of that, as we come through Mile Night for the very final time and into last corner, if I hadn't made an absolute arse of that, then I could maybe have actually picked up another place, because that was not brilliant from the guys in front. Must have been a bit of coming together at some point. There's some last second shenanigans. But there we go, 9th place. Could have been better. Could have been a lot worse. Once again, do the YouTube things. That'd be brilliant. Thank you very much indeed for watching. I shall hopefully see you in a race very, very soon.